Hey guys, Vape Diver here. Just kind of wanted to give an update of how my ceramic wicks are holding up. I've had these things for about a week now. Love them. I just want to show you how it's vaping. It's broken in. I just want to give you guys a little bit of visual on how they're wicking. So here we go. I got that same setup I did last time. The 3/32 wick. 5 wraps of 30 gauge at 1.2 ohms. This thing's a cloud machine, man. I mean, these things are working awesome, and I think you know, Rip had came out and spoke about the cheesecloth. I'm going to try that too, and take a new wick. I'm going to break this one down, take one of my new wicks, and see by the cheesecloth, you know, if that really does, you know, make it so that you know I don't have to sit there for a couple of days breaking these in. But a couple more vapes off this just to show you how it's working. Tons of vapor, man, tons. I mean, I don't know how much you want to chain smoke, but this thing will keep up with anything. When I was doing the stainless steel mesh, I was getting clouds like this with my 28 gauge and doing resistances under 1 ohms. That's about the only way I can compare this 1.2 ohm coil. So it's putting out, I mean, it's performing well. I mean, but I never got the taste with stainless steel at any resistance compared to this ceramic wick. It's awesome. I mean, it's definitely worth a try. All day long. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. I'm gonna see if I can take it out right here for you. There's a ceramic wick that I've had in there for like a week. It's a 3/32. It's tiny. It's unbelievable this thing is vaping so well. And what I've been told is that they don't really need a break-in period. As for the wicks, the problem is that with stainless steel mesh, it's a much smoother surface. So when you wrap a coil, it's a lot tighter to the stainless steel mesh, and it hugs it because it's a smooth finish on the surface of the mesh, where the ceramic is very irregular. So the tighter you wrap this, the better results, but you're still going to have a break-in period, because no matter how really tight you do it, there's going to be voids. And the break-in time is the fact that it takes time to build up whatever, juice or whatever is being built up between the wick and the coil. So that's what the break-in period's about, and that's why the cheesecloth applied to the area where the coils go. It's like a thread. I'll show you that. With a few wraps of that thread cheesecloth on there, gives you, it fills in those voids within the coil, and break-in time is minimalized to 0, from what I've heard. I haven't tried it yet. We're going to try it. Here's my new wick. Same wick. Haven't used this yet. And as you can see, hopefully, I wrapped the threads on there already. Okay. It basically looks like a thread. For the 3/32 wick, I actually took a 5-inch piece of this thread cheesecloth and wrapped it around the tip. So I didn't prep this wick in any way. This is the way it came. But what I did do is, when I received them, I wanted to put them in a safe place without them breaking, because they are very skinny. So what I did is, actually a couple days ago, I had a little teeny vial of juice. It was about the size of this wick, and I dropped this inside that vial along with the juice and screwed down the top. I have no idea if that did anything to it. It's just been wet for a couple of days, but beside that, there's been no coil on it. And we're going to put this one inside the AGAT and see if I can get the same results because of this cheesecloth than I have with that wick being in there for a week. And you've seen the results of that. It's awesome. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and insert this wick into the Jenny, and we're going to coil it, and we're going to see how it vapes. All right, guys. See you in a little bit. All right, guys. There we go. The new wick with the unbleached, all natural cheesecloth. Number 5. Washer. I haven't actually tried it without the washer. I just got so used to the AGT with the washer, it kind of eliminates that top hot spot. Probably don't even need it on there. Snug down that top one, not too much. And then tighten up the other nut. Tighten it up. This way it's not pulling that wick over. Ready to add some juice. Should have saved a little juice to put on top of that wick just to speed it up a hair. Wicking. Hold on, let me get some juice. Alright. First we'll check the resistance. As usual, one thing, when you got a specific wick size and you do a specific number of wraps, that sucker comes out exactly the same all the time. So I'm going to put this down. I got it set too high right now. We'll go down to normal, starting around 3.2 volts. Just slowly pulse that. I've never tried the cheesecloth thingamajigger, but I guess you want to slowly just kind of melt it in there a little bit, I guess. I'm going to get a little juice on there, just so I don't maybe burn that thing. Alright, a little drop there. Alright, so you can see the little threads are kind of burning a little bit. I guess they're getting singed into the little grooves. And that's how easy these coils are. I mean, look at that. That's a perfect coil right off the bat. Oops, got some juice trying to escape here. Got to call the juice police on them. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. The coils are looking sweet. So it looks like whatever, man, that juice going again. After our first couple little juice burns, that that thread is kind of gone. It looks like it disappeared. I guess it's all behind the coils. Coils look like they're nice and fired up. We're going to see how it vapes. Being that all my juice leaked out, let's add a little bit more. we go. Now we can focus back in on my ugly face. And we'll see if there's a difference. I'm going to up the volts on this. We'll go, why do I keep passing that thing up? Power up. 3.1, we're going to go to 3.7. And just see how that cheesecloth has helped it compared to the WICK I had before, which is right there. You were right, Mr. Rip. No break-in period. Man, that's pretty awesome. Man, I'll tell you, you guys haven't tried these ceramic wicks, you are definitely missing out. I can honestly say that this is just, it's awesome. I mean, I have had these things going for a week and I just couldn't be more happier. Now, I will have to say that the only thing I did to that new wick was let it sit into some e-juice, you know, for like 3 days, you know. I don't know if that had anything to do with the results. I really don't. It was more or less just a safe place for it for a couple of days, and I figured it couldn't hurt, you know, being stored and submerged in some juice. So maybe that's the thing to do. I have no idea, like I said, if that has any results, any bearing on the results. But man, I'll tell you, that cheesecloth works really, really good. I remember putting in the initial wick and wrapping it, and I didn't have these results like I did. This is actually keeping up with the wick that's been in the device for about a week. And this is instant. I mean, you know, we all want instant gratification these days. So good job. It definitely works. And if you had tried these ceramic wicks before and just, you know, gave it a miss because of, you know, wasn't performing, because you didn't want to sit there and have patience and this and that, you got to give this cheesecloth a try. It definitely works. I mean, for the first time, I'm doing it right here, right in front of you guys. And honest, it absolutely works awesome. So, you know, I still haven't got my 1/8 wicks yet for my DID and my AC9. I'm waiting on those. All I had, you know, received was the small 3/32 wicks. And in the AGTA, I mean, that's a very small wick. There's a lot of room between the wick and the wick hole. And I'm wondering if, you know, that's why I'm getting good results too, you know. If I do, when I do get my 1/8 wicks and put them in the DID, in the AC9, I believe they're going to fit a little bit more snug than this one is fitting in this device. So, you know, I have to see what kind of results I get from that. You know, maybe there's a little, you know, plus by doing the smaller wicks inside a wick hole. But we'll do a couple more vapes here, and I got to get some dinner. Let's pull this baby right up to where I left off with the first wick. I was vaping that at 4 volts. So we're at 4 volts right now. I mean, that is, I don't know, 13, 14 watts on the Pro Vari, 1.2 ohms, 4 volts. I mean, that's got to be pretty close to the, you know, the cutoff on this. So, you know, that's pushing it, you know, and this wick is brand new. That's some clouds, folks. We'll talk to you guys later on EC at Vape Diver out.